Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap." I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vickers. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Missouri, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code MACECAM or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus credits with your first deposit and a free pick. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mace and Cam.
Killa, what's good, man?
What's up, man? How you?
I'm chilling, man.
That's what's up, man. Looking nice,
Yeah,
man.
You got the pause. Where's my helmet at? Somebody took pause. They took my helmet?
I don't know. Mine is at home. This was just a studio helmet. I don't know what you did with yours, pause.
Maybe that, well...
People's name is on it.
Too.
Yeah, man.
Mace this is what it is,
okay.
helmet. Mace just takes shit. He don't care about it. He don't care about nothing, man. He got too much shit, man.
Yeah, man. Vado doing good out here. Shout out to Vado. Keeping the name alive. All of them in the house.
What's going on? What happened?
He moving, you know.
I heard he in a sex suit. What's going on? I heard about it. I don't know exactly what's happening though.
He might be a client of pink horsepower. You know?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, listen, man. I heard about it, but I got to get some more details. Do you know anything?
Nah, I just, you know.
Yeah. From what I'm understanding, he was fucking Mase and Mary J and everybody mad. Now it's an agency or something going on.
Oh, I just knew he was keeping the name alive. I didn't know exactly what was happening.
I don't have no more. I don't have details. Somebody just called and told me about it. I don't got no research on this. I heard.
Yeah, allegedly.
This all allegedly that he was fucking Mase, but he was signed to an agency. But one night he was with Mary, and now Mase man suing him for $5 million. Suing Mary company for $5 million because they said Mary holding the album. That's what happened when you come up under me, man. When you come up under me, you find yourself in these situations, man. Keep it going, nigga.
Yeah.
This hotter than the records. I don't know, man. Stat, you know any of these people we talking about?
Yeah, I do, because
Okay.
I seen it, but I don't got no intel, so
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. I raised them good, man.
I was just giving him a shout out. I don't know exactly what's going on.
We did this show. We on our 798th show, and you just randomly giving a shout out as well.
Timing.
Yeah, good timing, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's been a lot of good games, so we're going to start with some of the games. Let's start with the Nuggets versus the Clippers. So the Nuggets beat the Clippers 131-115. Denver leads the series 3-2. Mace, how did you feel about this game, and specifically Jamal Murray's impact?
Well, you know, when we first thought about the Denver Nuggets, we all knew that, and Killa stated this last week, if they have a healthy Jamal Murray, it's a different team. You know what I'm saying? The coach doesn't even matter when you got a healthy Jamal Murray. And it looked like he was just doing whatever he wanted. It looked like he was like one of those fake players on the game. He was shooting from half court, getting buckets. It looked like they was trying to stop him. He's spinning off on niggas, pause, getting a spin around three, spin around, pull up. I mean, it was just looking like a clinic. This is what they call a clinic. And I would love to see him and Shea go against each other to see who's the best guard from Canada right now. because it seemed like they're both on a tear right now. And it doesn't look like the Clippers are going to recover from this, because this wasn't just a win. It was a decisive win. It was a win to let you know, no, I'm actually better than you. And when the game is ever 1-1 or 2-2, the team that normally wins that next game most times win the series. So that's how I'm looking at it. They'll be out of there. Shout out to everybody back in the Clipper land, but it's time to move on.
Yeah, listen, like Murder said, and I've been saying this not just this season, I've been saying it for a few seasons. When Jamal Murray is healthy, he's a problem. He's a problem, man. And a lot of times when he's not playing well, it's due to injury. He's just fighting through it, which I got to give him a lot of credit for as well. But listen, when you got the whole starting five in double digits, then Russell Westbrook comes off the bench, and what does he give you? 21 points off the bench. It's going to be hard to beat these teams. We thinking about this. Now, Joker had a triple-double, but it wasn't one of his spectacular triple-doubles. Not that any triple-double should be frowned upon. The nigga had 13 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. That's kind of subpar for the numbers Joker be getting, but when you got a supporting cast, Aaron Gordon, 23 points, Michael Porter, 14 points, not just that, Brown is giving you 11 points. It was a spectacular shooting night for Denver. Jamal Murray, 8 3-pointers. It looks really good, and it looks like they could go on to possibly win this series. But I don't really think this is about Denver overachieving. I think Denver did what Denver does. To me, this is more with the Clippers underachieving. Look, man, I don't know what the fuck goes on in these people's brain. And when I say these players' brain, the sense of urgency. We cannot have this. James Harden, for years, when the games get, and it isn't usually in the first round, but he has this tendency to disappear in game 6, 7s. And even though he was only on game 5, that he has a track record of James Harden's disappearing, to the point where niggas make jokes, be like, he trying to get to the strip club, when he's playing in Houston. He hurrying up. He don't care about this. He won't make it to the strip club. These are the jokes that people make, because after he loses, he may fly to Atlanta, the Ruggs party, and be there the same night he gets eliminated. And this is things people got footage on. Him 3 for 9 and 11 points is not going to cut it for them to win. Not only that, we see what it took for the Clippers to win the other night when Kawhi scored 39. 20 points for Kawhi Leonard is not going to win this series. It's not. James Harden and Kawhi Leonard have to be the superstars that they are. Zubac cannot lead the team with 27 points. Chris Dunn cannot have more points than James Harden. This was crazy. This is what it boils down to. If these two aren't going to be the superstars that they are, then we might as well wrap this shit the fuck it up, pack it up, and go home now. Because you see what it takes to beat this team. You got Joker only scoring 13 points, and y'all lose by 15 points. Really lost by about 20. Towards the end you got a couple buckets. Y'all not gonna win. Luckily, y'all made a comeback last game. Y'all won. Y'all still lost the game, but y'all was down 20 in the fourth last game. It's just Denver took their foot off the gas. I really did want to see Kawhi Leonard play against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but I do want to. I'm at the point where I'm agreeing with Mase. If you're not going to give me Kawhi Leonard that gave me the 39, and it don't got to be 39, it got to be 28 and more per night, go home, bro. And we love to see you healthy, and don't get it fucked up. I'm excited to see you healthy. I'm excited to see you back in the playoffs, but it is the playoffs. This is not the middle of the season where you can have these type of games, and you're not playing against anybody. You're playing against the best player in the world. Not only that, you're playing against the defending champs 2 years ago. Only reason I think they didn't go to the championship last year is because some key pieces wasn't there. Bruce Brown wasn't there. Caldwell Pope wasn't there. And they're finding some of the pieces to replace them. Not saying they're going to go on the championship run this year, but the core players that were on that championship team is still there. The Joker's still there. Jamal Murray's still there. Michael Porter Jr. is still there. Aaron Gordon is still there. You have to play to superstar level, not all-star, to beat this team. And I'd rather see James Harden and Kawhi Leonard go home if I'm not going to get that effort that I got from them the day that last time that they won. Sorry.
Well, they might as well go home.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to win this one, and they're not going to produce that effort.
And I'm just curious, in you guys' opinion, do you guys feel like the Nuggets are the most complete team in the West, or do you feel like OKC has kind of taken that spot? Because yes, Jokic still had a triple-double, but he only had 13 points. Which team kind of are you taking?
As the most
complete. Yeah.
I would definitely have to say with a healthy Jamal Murray, it would have to be Denver, because even when you look at the center for OKC, he's not going to be as explosive as Jokic is. And then you look at the power forward, they don't have somebody that will be as dominant. I mean, Chet is good, but Chet is not Aaron Gordon. So then you got a lot of different places that Denver is definitely the most complete team when everyone is healthy. When you got Michael Porter Jr. healthy, and it showed. It holds James Harden to 11 points. That's great. That's great defense on the wings. And then you got Russell Westbrook that could come off the bench if he's healthy. You got a Hall of Fame player who used to lead the league in triple doubles coming off the bench for your team. That got to be a luxury. And not to mention they're winning like this without a coach. They're beating Ty Lue with Jokic at the head coach. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely different. What do you think, Stat?
The most complete team? I would go with Denver as well, but I'm going to let Cam go first, and then I can add.
If we talking about starting five, it's a conversation to have.
Yeah.
But if we talking about complete team, I'm going with OKC. Their bench is way better than Denver's bench. If we going complete with depth, Caruso and them niggas coming off the bench. Some niggas got a great bench. OKC is going 9-10 deep in the playoffs. Right now, niggas is going 7-8 deep, if that. They might dwindle down to 6. Ask the Knicks motherfucking campaign, and these niggas get 4 minutes a game. I don't even think he's using PJ Tucker. You know, as the playoffs go on, the lineup gets smaller. OKC is still going 9-10 players deep. Pause in the playoffs. If we talking about from top to bottom, I don't even think it's a conversation. I think it's definitely OKC. If we talking starting five, we can argue about it. Let's think about it. Go position for position. Who you rather have? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or would you rather have Jamal Murray? That could be an argument with a healthy Jamal Murray. You know, Shai Gilgeous been consistent the last 3 years. At the center position, we got to go with Jokic. Of course, he's the best player in the world, but we got Chet at the 4. That's arguably a good matchup with Aaron Gordon and J-Dub. We got J-Dub. Who's at their 3? Michael Porter Jr.?
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr.
So it's a great matchup starting five-wise. You know, Harstein, he's not nowhere near what Joker would be, but he could be a problem for certain teams, not for Joker, but I really think that he's a great contributor. It's a great argument for the starting five, but if we're going from top to bottom, I'm going OKC. It's not even a question for me. Does that mean OKC 10 people could beat Denver's 7-8 people? I don't know. I have no idea. Denver got to get out this series. OKC already did what they had to do. They're already in the second round.
Westbrook got them niggas back. Pause. Westbrook had 21.
Yeah, 16 in the first half.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a good conversation. I'll let the audience decide, because even it really depends what you're taking, because when you make those comparisons with the players, those are really good matchups. But then also overall, OKC is the younger team. But then it's like, if SGA has a bad day, I know if Jokic has a quote unquote bad day, they're still more willing to win, I would say, over OKC. So it kind of really depends on the situation. But then given like this matchup that they're having with the Clippers versus what OKC had versus the Grizzlies with a hurt Ja Morant, it's like, who would I take? So I'm leaning towards the Nuggets, but OKC is also not a bad option. And that's why moving forward, if the Nuggets do win this series, I would actually like them to, even though I want to see Kawhi too, I would love to see a Nuggets versus OKC matchup, because I think that'd be real interesting. But again, we'll see. So let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. So it's time to talk about the Knicks. They lost to the Pistons 106-103. The Knicks are up 3-2 in this series. But Mase, why do you think this series has been so close?
I mean, I said this the other day. If there was ever a team that could lose a 3-1 lead, this is it. This is it. Like, I'm telling you right now, if they lose the next game, we know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Me and Killa already know. Niggas getting excited. Oh, we up 3-1. It's 3-2 now. Tomorrow we might be having a different conversation. And I think to me it don't matter what the box score is. To me it always boils down to the history of the Knicks, man. I think they gotta put Sage all through the Garden. Somebody gotta come there and do something, because if they lose this, I don't know what I would say. I don't even want to jinx them, but I'm just feeling like they might lose the next game.
What do we tell you? Listen.
There was ever a team could lose the 3-1. This is it.
Yo, listen, man. The Knicks should be swept. I'm going to say it. The Knicks should be swept. I'm being honest with you. They shouldn't even be. They should be gone. They should be gone. Think about this, Murder. And first of all, if I get this, I just said this the other day. Detroit almost blew it. Pause. With the out-of-bounds player towards the end of the game. What the fuck is going on in the NBA that y'all have no out-of-bounds plays to get the ball in the game? It ain't just the Detroit and Knicks series. Series after series, I see niggas having problems inbounding the ball. I don't know if that's a lost art where they just figure y'all NBA players and y'all supposed to be able to get the ball in bounds.
It's bad coaching. A good coach supposed to have great out-of-bounds plays coming right out of the timeout, coming right back onto the court. Yo,
this whole fucking playoff 2025, everybody's having trouble inbounding the ball under pressure when it's a problem. It happened almost again last night. Detroit almost threw another turnover up 3 points, I believe. And Jalen Brunson almost got the steal. Luckily, they recovered it or whatever for Detroit. But, yo, the out-of-bounds plays, y'all think, practice your out-of-bounds plays. It might cost you a series one of these motherfucking games, man. All y'all niggas that's left in the playoffs. But back to the Knicks. Listen, man, they should be swept. Think about this. Because of inexperience, they gave up a 20-point lead in the first quarter. Pardon me, in the fourth quarter, end of the third, fourth quarter, in the first game, right?
Yep.
So they lose that game when they was up 20. Second game, they won. The third game, they don't call the foul when you're supposed to call the foul. So they lose, they should have won that game. Then they motherfucking won last night. This is 4 games that they should have won, period. Like I said, you can't, listen, the referee didn't call, I'm not counting really that game. And of course I'm being a little facetious and dramatic and over-exaggerating, but giving up.
It's the Knicks.
Yeah, it's the Knicks. It's the Knicks, Murder. You're right, it's the Knicks. But you giving up a 21-point lead in the fourth, which is crazy. Shouldn't have gave that up. And the ref's not calling, that's on your side. And then they win 1 game, they win 2 games. Listen, man, I don't really have much to say about this. What I will say, it goes back to the same thing with what I just said about the Clippers. If the superstars are not going to be superstars, you can't expect them to win. Jalen Brunson has 30 points this whole series up until last night. Let's think about it, right? He got clutch player of the week. Yeah, congratulations as well to Jalen Brunson. He received the clutch player of the year for the 24-25 NBA season. That's nothing to sneeze at neither. But I don't know if he was hurt. They was trying to disguise him at the end of the game. I believe his ankle wasn't 100%. So we're going to give him some slack because of that. But if he doesn't score 30, it don't look like they're going to win. We was just praising Karl Anthony Towns for his heroics the game before last, and he comes out and scores 17 points. That's not going to win for the Knicks. You see what y'all have to do to win. I just gave this speech 5 minutes ago to Kawhi and James Harden. Jalen Brunson, I'm giving him a pass because he comes to play every night, and if he was injured, he was injured. Karl Anthony Towns, listen, man, you're a great big man, pause, and you pull some heroics off even with that 3. Let's think about this, not last game, the game before last. When you hit that 3 and you went up and it was amazing, you know how dumb you would have looked if you missed it? They would have been like, yo, what is this big nigga out here shooting from the logo? What the fuck is going on? You look good because you made it. Get inside and bust niggas' ass. Pause. I mean, like this big man shooting 3 shit, I get it if you're open and everything. This nigga was in traffic and had niggas on him now. He made it, so it's great. But you know how crazy New York would have been if he missed that shit? You got to go to work, bro, and it's not going to happen with just the role players. The superstars have to be superstars. You have 2 starting all-stars in the starting lineup. Jalen Brunson's a starting all-star guard this year. Karl Anthony Towns was the starting center. You're the all-stars for the East this year, and now they need you to be superstars to win. But like Mase said, I don't even know why I'm giving this speech. It's not y'all really. It's the franchise.
Yeah.
So good luck.
And how much of this do we put on Thibodeau? Because, they got 7 players that are on a do not play decision-based roster. I mean, so if you got people that's not playing, 7 people is a lot to be on a team that's not playing. Some of them may be injured, some recovering. But we can't say running the team down because we just saw LeBron them play 48 minutes.
Yeah, but this is why it goes back to what Stat just asked us, Murder, when I say that niggas is downsizing for the playoffs. But you're right. You have Knicks fans right now, Murder, that want Tom Thibodeau fired with a 3-2 lead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they want him going. Niggas is sitting there saying, shout out to my nigga Josh, Stephen A. Smith nephew. He said, this is the only coach I believe should be fired with a 3-1 lead. This is before they lost last night in the middle of the playoffs. Knicks fans are fed up with Tom Thibodeau. I told you Sin is starting the petition for Mike Malone. Nick is second in the shit. They don't want Thibodeau to coach anymore. Now, like I said, I get it, downsizing for the playoffs, but the 7 players that you speak about, Mase, it's not even injury. It all says every last player that you're talking about, including PJ Tucker, who has a shitload of playing experience, who's a high percentage a corner 3 maker. Why he's not playing, I have no idea. He brings you grit. He can hit the open 3 in the corner, and he brings experience. Why he's not playing, I have no idea. That's
they
really
just decided not to play.
Yeah, but all 7 players you're talking about, nobody's injured. It's all coach's decision. Why is that? I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, this is not the time to be teaching niggas lessons. That's what it feels like is going on. You trying to teach niggas lessons. I'm going to show you something. You're not going to show me something. You're going to be fired.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so Cam, you brought up a good point about Jalen Brunson basically starting the playoffs with 4 consecutive 30-point games. He's the first player to do that since Michael Jordan. But again, Knicks fans have thoughts. They feel like y'all are overlooking Jalen Brunson. So what would you say to the fans who feel like that, considering how he's been playing?
Like Jalen Brunson. I mean, pause. I even used to root for his dad growing up. So, he got a long history of support from me. Even down in Villanova right now, it's just the Knicks, man. It's like it's an energy about them that something gonna go wrong. Watch and see what I tell you, Stat. This has nothing to do with overlooking Jalen Brunson. You just know he on that team, something gonna go wrong. Watch and see what I tell you.
So the Knicks are like the black cat
Definitely.
of the NBA.
Definitely. All our childhood, they let us down every year. Every 2 years, we get excited. Oh, they got this player. Same thing gonna happen. Just like last year, we thought they were gonna do something and somebody got hurt, and then they were out.
They all got hurt.
Yeah, because if there was anybody it could happen to, it would be the Knicks.
Yeah, listen, man. That's how delusional Knicks fans are, though. Seriously, is that y'all get our message wrong. That y'all taking the message the wrong way. We fuck with the niggas on the Knicks.
Yeah.
It is not the players that we have a problem with. We have no problem with the players. The last person I have a problem with is Jalen Brunson. Let's think about this. He was Luka's backup. They didn't want to pay him in Dallas the money that he felt he deserved. took a gamble to go to the Knicks when Julius Randle was the man on the Knicks. So he probably is going to be a second option. Julius Randle gets hurt. He becomes this superstar, not just a superstar. He becomes second team All-NBA, 6'1", out there putting up numbers, consistently busting ass night to night to night to night to night. I am a Jalen Brunson fan. I think he's spectacular. I think he's phenomenal. I don't think that it's a lot of guards that's better than him, especially on the East Coast. Maybe Donovan Mitchell, but that could be an argument for people to have if we're talking about smaller guards. But this is what I'm saying, y'all fucking the message up, bro. It's not y'all players. It is the franchise. It's Spike Lee. It's Tracy Morgan throwing up courtside. It's the usual suspects. This is the shit that been going on before these players got there, man. Tracy Morgan threw up courtside, talking about, we did it 1-0 since I threw up. What are we doing in there? What are we doing? And that's why, to me, it's such a disparity between the Garden and the Barclays. It's no medium, because don't get it fucked up. The Garden is top of the line, creme de la creme stars when I talk about stars. You see Russell Wilson and Sierra every night. Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, the Giants, Serena Williams. The top of the top celebrities come to the Madison Square Garden. Brooklyn, like I said, it's dice games and shit going on because there's no medium. It's Garden, then it's hood shit. Brooklyn, don't get me wrong, I like the hood shit sometime, and that's why niggas go to Brooklyn to the Barclays. They're like, man, bougie-ass Garden niggas gonna kick Charles Oakley out? I don't stand a chance if they gonna kick Charles Oakley out. Let me go to the Barclays and roll dice. My niggas in there. Period. It's a big disparity. It's no medium because the Knicks is upper echelon. When I say the Knicks, I'm sorry, Madison Square Garden. Think about this. Spike Lee, I don't know, you have season tickets since the 80s, 90s. James Dolan told him 2 years ago, yo, stop using these elevators and all that, bro. He said, I've been using them for years. He said, this is an employee elevator. He said, yeah, but you're not an employee, Spike. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about it. Use the celebrity elevator like everybody else, to the point where Spike Lee gets on First Take, throws a tantrum about it, talking about, I've been using these elevators for years. All of a sudden, somebody told me I can't use them. Now, who's right in this position, Murder? Let me ask you. If James Dolan and if Spike Lee been using the employee elevator for years to get to the seat, and then all of a sudden the owner says, wait a minute, fuck Spike doing an employee? Send him to because don't get me wrong, the Garden does have a celebrity entrance too. Yeah. Why Spike ain't use celebrity entrance? Whose side are you on?
Spike gotta grow up. Spike, you gotta grow up. And it's two things that's wrong here. You're not using the celebrity entrance, and you think you flexing, and you really getting somebody fired. Because whoever's letting you come up that elevator, pause, is who they're gonna be talking to. I'm one of those people, so I know. If I'm running the Knicks, if I'm Dolan, and you say, oh yeah, you been coming here how long? How many times you came up this elevator?
Yeah.
Heard you. I'm going back downstairs.
That's a fact.
And I'm looking at all the games you came to, and I want to see who been running that elevator. Why y'all letting Spike come down here and break ethics? You know what I'm saying?
I gotta agree with that.
Like, you're getting about 3 people fired. This is what I'm talking about. Just so he can go up there and jinx the Knicks, man.
I gotta concur.
That's put Spike in the commercial and everything. I'm like,
yeah,
man, you could have put Jada Kiss in the commercial. Take Spike out and put Jada Kiss. Jada Kiss is more New York than Spike, man.
Yeah, and not
put
only
Kiss in the commercial.
And not only that, listen, Spike is from Brooklyn, proud Brooklyn.
It's not New York Knicks. You're a Brooklyn Net. I'm mad that Spike never went back to Brooklyn. Like, go to Brooklyn now. Y'all got a team.
Yeah, man, I gotta agree with this, brother. I don't even have much to say because that is exactly what I would do. Who the fuck is letting Spike on this elevator? And you absolutely right. I would go to everything you said. I ain't even gotta repeat it. I would do everything you just said you would do.
Yeah,
and somebody's in trouble.
Yeah, the more he's battling, the more he's gonna get somebody fired. Because I'm thinking, you let Spike come up here 16 times, man. Who let Spike to where now he thinks this is his entrance? Yeah. This is not your entrance, Spike. This is catering. This elevator goes up to the suites and all that. Spike, you got a ticket. I don't know who gave you a ticket. You've been having this ticket, so we want to show you respect there, Mr. Lee. But Spike, come on, man. We're going to give you the Charles Oakley treatment in a minute.
Yeah, man, you know why I couldn't agree with you more, man? Bravo, man. I need more. because this sound like Spike slip a nigga 100 every now and then. this sound like when you pass a nigga money like this.
He going casino,
when you pass a nigga money like that, that's what a nigga keep letting you up, boys, man.
Spike giving niggas a Pentecostal handshake, you know. That's when they fold 100 up in their hand and just. It was good to see you today.
That's called the Pentecostal handshake? I need to
they do that in church. Like, hey, brother. Yeah, man, you be good. Been praying for you.
Yeah, man. The Pentecostal handshake. I'll keep that in mind, man.
It's a new one.
Yes. I'm gonna go stat on you. The more you know.
Yeah, you know. If I'm Dolan, I'm gonna tell him next time. Tell Spike to slide you your check, yo, for real.
Let me ask you a question.
Next time you're out of here.
But listen, and I'm not comparing it or nothing. And let's be clear, I'm not comparing it. I owned a couple clubs. So when you own a club, when you're doing a business and you do your of course estimated, whether it's monthly, weekly, annual, your grossing from net and everything else, you know, you do your light, your water, your liquor supply, paying the waitress, whatever. More of the story is I put in 8% for stealing. For real, when I put in 8% for stealing when I owned the clubs that I own, because you can't keep an eye on every waitress. You can't keep an eye on every bartender. You can't keep an eye on every cash register. You can't keep an eye on the nigga at the door that's going to say, give me an extra 50, we'll get you in. So I tallied that in, actually.
That's smart thinking, though, but
Gotcha.
damn. Okay.
Yeah, Spike. more of the story is,
messing up the system.
You just getting niggas fired, Spike. I gotta go with murder, man. Like, you're getting niggas fired.
Wow. Crazy work. Okay, so let's discuss the Pacers. So they advanced the Eastern Conference semifinals after eliminating the Bucks in Game 5, 119-118 in overtime. So Giannis and Haliburton's dad actually went at it after the game in a whole little argument. Haliburton spoke on it after, and he said, I don't think that my pops was in the right at all there. We will have a conversation, and I'll talk to Giannis. It's unfortunate. We're all grown men. So Mase, thoughts on that game, thoughts on the Pacers advancing, and then Giannis and Haliburton's dad with that little argument.
Oh man, this game was good. This game was really good. And when you get Indiana at the buzzer like that, or right before the buzzer, when you're able to make that kind of layup when it's been a chippy game, you're going back and forth, you're down, now you're up 2, now you're down 1, then you're up 3, and it's going like that down to the wire. You're gonna have high emotions. So the people watching the game are gonna overreact, especially if your son hit an acrobatic layup going down the middle pause for the game. You're going to feel how you're going to feel. This will be anybody's dad. Ja Morant's dad. You just name any dad, and he will be going this crazy for his son. So, you know, somebody like Giannis, he got to understand that. It's just celebratory. Nobody really means that kind of disrespect. But I could see why Giannis was frustrated, because they thought they had this game. and for that boy to come down there and you know, mix it up like that was a great thing. But this Milwaukee team was not supposed to come out of the East without a healthy Damian Lillard. We know they wasn't going to win the game, so I don't know what he's so surprised about.
Yeah.
And I like Giannis, you know.
Yeah, I see Doc listen to me through Bobby Portis in the starting lineup. Almost got you a win, man. Almost. Need Dame though, man. Listen, what I will say is this: that Gary Trent, if it's Gary, Gary Trent Jr.
Trent fumbled that ball.
Yeah, he fumbled the ball, but what I'll say is this: his stock went up the last 2 games. Not just this game, but last game. He's the one who finished with the most points again this game with 33 points. He had some key baskets, but he also had the key turnovers also to make two turnovers beat. Yeah, I missed the end of the game, but 2 turnovers to make them lose. I seen a little bit of the highlights, but he was the hero and he was the mess up. Kind of like what Russell Westbrook did a few weeks ago, where they ended up winning the game. But listen, this Pacer team looks strong. Even Milwaukee put up a great fight. Everybody was in double digits, but this is the second year that the Pacers are looking really good. Now, I don't really like this matchup. The reason I say I don't like it because last year Giannis was hurt. This year Dame is hurt. We haven't got to see a healthy Milwaukee play against the Pacers, and the Pacers dispose of Milwaukee 2 years in a row. We'll see what they do in the next round and what happens then. And, you know, anything less than the Eastern Conference Finals for the Pacers is not a great season because that's where they were at last year. They lost to Boston. What I will say this, though, is to me, this is more about what direction is the Milwaukee Bucks going to go in. What the fuck are y'all going to do? Are they going to, like Mase said, is Doc the right fit? Does Giannis still want to be there? Are we going to get a Dame Lillard next year? Because we're thinking about this. This injury that Dame caught, it takes, or if you're healthy and really good, 9 months. And so if we're looking now, he may miss the majority of next season. 9 months. We're already talking about Kyrie with the same injury. He's not going to be back till January. So you're thinking about this. Kyrie got hurt maybe 2 months ago, and he's not coming back till January. So this puts Damian Lillard's next season on the line. A lot of questions that's going to have to be answered in Milwaukee, but I know one thing. Giannis will not be happy with the result of this. I know he's not happy with the team that they got now, and he wants to win. So congrats to the Pacers, but I think it's going to be a lot of questions that need to be answered about the Bucks in this offseason.
Yeah. And then really quick, Mase, to your point about Giannis, like you're like, I don't really know why he's mad. I feel like from the jump in his brain, even though it is the second year in a row, I just don't think it dawned on them that this was actually a rivalry. I think now for sure it's set in their heads like, damn, like we struggle every time we get to the Pacers. But I think going into it, that's not really what crossed his mind. So I think at this point, yeah, one, they're going to have to make a whole bunch of changes now looking at the injuries and then Dame being hurt a second time. But now it's like, damn, we cannot get past the Pacers. And why is that? So it starts making you look at the whole team completely different moving forward.
Well, let's think about this stat. And then you're absolutely right. What happened is the year that they won the championship a few years ago, you had a healthy Chris Middleton. A healthy Chris Middleton was, and I'm not comparing them to anybody, any stretch of the imagination, to Jamal Murray, but it mattered to that team.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Middleton was somebody you could rely on to hit a three, to hit the mid-range, to finish at the basket when he was healthy. After his health started declining and he wasn't available, you seen that the Milwaukee Bucks were not the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis could not do it by himself. So what they did this season was do a mid-season trade before the trade deadline to get motherfucking Blondie.
Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, Kyle
That was
Kuzma.
a bad trade.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
So
horrible.
you get Kyle Kuzma saying, look, okay, Kyle Kuzma does have some playoff experience when he played with the Lakers. He hasn't been playing meaningful basketball the last couple of years. Maybe if we get him back in our system, that he will play some meaningful basketball if we get him back in the system. But it didn't pan out that way. You know what I'm saying? And this is the problem that Milwaukee has been having the last couple of years since they won the championship. Who is that second player that's going to step up? We seen last year when we thought that Damian Lillard went there, he's like, oh, Dame there, this This puts them at the top two, if not top two, maybe top three teams in the East. It didn't pan out. Not just didn't pan out. Dame was going through personal problems. Then Giannis gets hurt, and then they don't win. Then this year, Dame is hurt again. Giannis is healthy, Dame is hurt. They have no consistency, and we can't sit there and say, don't get it fucked up. I get it, but I'm the one who coined the phrase, and I'm exaggerating when I say coined the phrase, the best ability is availability. And we can't sit there and blame niggas like, well, if we wasn't hurt, we would have bust niggas' ass. And Injuries happen all the time, and I know it's part of the game, and it's sad and it's fucked up to see. But that's why you have a bench. That's why you get people who can facilitate. In football, it's called next man up, and I think sometimes they use that term in the NBA as well. And that's just what it is. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
The Bucks made some bad choices this year. I think if they was gonna trade Middleton, they should have traded him for Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole would have been better to this team because they need somebody who could get a bucket. Even at one point, they had Jalen Green's little brother. They didn't give him much burn, but he could have turned this team around as well. Because he was about 6'5", lanky point guard, but they didn't give him a shot. He would have really turned that team around. And they need somebody like that. Sometimes you got to put somebody new in there to just give it a new energy. Boss.
And he would have went home. He's from Milwaukee.
Yeah, he would have balled out because he home.
Yeah. And then to your point, Kuzma hadn't scored more than 10 points since that first game in the series. So, like, clearly that getting buckets, it's not, I don't know what's going on, but they're going to have to figure that out. Okay. So, looks like the NBA has been listening to y'all. Adam Silver is making some more changes we will discuss after the break.
Mm-hmm.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free.
Okay, y'all, so we're trying a new segment this month called It Is Now. So every Wednesday for the next 4 weeks, Cam and Mase will make the call and Underdog will make the play to discount a player's projection. So Cam, for this week, who are we discounting?
I think this week I'm going to go with Luka Doncic. Look, Luka right now is at 47.5 points. I like him at 38.5 points. What I'm going to do is give Underdog a call. I actually called them last week at work last week. So what they did was they thought I was older, which I am, and wanted to be nostalgic. So I have a special phone just for this situation. UD, what's up, baby? What's good? No, I'm good. Look, I know we got Luka as 47.5 points, rebounds, and assists, but I think it'd be better if we get him at 38.5. Yeah, 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We can make that happen? My niggas. Done deal. Now we film. I'll call you when I'm done. All right, say no more. I did it. Luka Doncic, 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Use code CAM, code STAT, code MASE, particularly code CAM. I like code CAM because Mase wanted code CHAMP, and we know you can't spell CHAMP without the C, the A, and the M. Use the code. I made it happen for y'all.
Okay, and I'm checking Underdog right now. Cam made the call. Underdog made the play. So this is available now until tip-off on Thursday for new and existing customers who have signed up with any of our promo codes. So use code MASE, code CAM, code STAT, or code It Is What It Is. But choose one of y'all's favorite codes to take advantage of the It Is Now promo.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it, wanna be free.
Welcome back. So the NBA is making some changes. Adam Silver said the NBA is considering a USA versus world format for next year's All-Star game. He said, our All-Star game will return to NBC next season in the middle of their coverage of the Winter Olympics. Given the strong interest we've seen in international basketball competitions, most recently in last summer's Olympics in Paris, we're discussing concepts with the Players Association that focus on NBA players representing their countries or regions instead of the more traditional formats that we've used in the past. And then the president of league operations said the league was trying to lean in on the idea of US versus rest of the world. Mase, thoughts on this? We had some discussions, but got to hear what you're thinking.
Oh, man. Adam Silver, I need to check Adam Silver. You just can't take my ideas like that and just use them as yours. What do they call this in college? Plagiarism. You can't do that, Adam. I'm no longer, flattered, what they call that, with homage. I don't need homage no more, man. Niggas keep taking my ideas, talking about I'm showing you homage. No, I need a check, for real. These are my ideas. They call it my intellectual properties.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are my ideas, man. And now he want to act like the NBA is making this move. Maybe I need to just be quiet. I'm not going to say my ideas no more. So, Cam, when you see me being quiet, I don't feel like giving out no more free ideas, man. These niggas is jacking everything we doing.
You know what's crazy about this shit is what he said why they doing it. Why are they doing this, that? What is his reason?
Yeah, he basically said, given the strong interest we've seen in international basketball competitions, and basically, yeah.
So that's what made you do it all of a sudden. Because last year Olympics, you seen the strong international competition in last year Olympics. So now you just thought about it. Yo, now that I think about it, after I see the Olympics, it is strong international competition. How about we do the All-Star game with America versus the world? Nigga, yo, my nigga. Listen.
He took our name off and then wrote his name on it.
To my left is the college graduate posse, intellectual properties, plagiarism. You're stealing, nigga. You're stealing, man. I would be more happy with a shout out.
Yeah.
I give Mase with the check. I know we ain't get no check. Throw a shout out.
Yeah.
Give a nigga a shout out. Intellectual
shout out that is what it is.
Yeah. Yo, all this crazy shit. Yo, we just thought about it. Nigga, y'all niggas is wild, man. All y'all gotta do is throw a shout out. You know what's crazy? You know what really pisses me off, man? It pisses me off, man, because you know why? I don't know what we've done to niggas our lives. I think we some pretty nice guys. We put niggas on, we give niggas deals, we start shit, we try to make money for niggas. Over the years, they act like we've done something bad. When Damian Lillard was up here, I'm just giving an example, right? Mm-hmm. So ESPN, when they show a clip from somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. They shout out where they got the clip from.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, oh, this was, I'm just making shit up. This was Russell Westbrook on the Up in Smoke podcast. Mm-hmm. Or this was fucking Tyrese Haliburton on Pat McAfee show. Mm-hmm. Last year when Damian Lillard was up here on our show, and he was making a decision saying that he might want to leave Portland, and the NBA Today took our clip, put it on their show, and just ignored the fact that they got it from our show. The whole clip, Damian Lillard sitting right there with Bezos sitting, we asking them the questions, they put the clip up there and be like, so what do y'all think? Where does Damian Lillard want to go? And I'm like, yo, shout out everybody else. What did we do to niggas? That niggas can't give us a little bit of credit in nothing. It ain't just sport, nothing. Nobody wants to give niggas credit in nothing. Change niggas' lives, niggas living in destitute. Niggas met their wives cause of me because they wouldn't have, your wives wouldn't have wanted you if you was going to do the shit you was going. Listen, man, we change niggas' lives. We give niggas motherfucking content, and niggas can't even say thank you or give niggas a shout out. What the fuck? What happened, man? Why is this? Why do you think though?
Too much shadoring.
Maybe so, man.
Niggas been doing too much shadoring.
Yeah, probably so. Maybe that's what it is, man. Niggas talk too much shit. They too Nigga, a simple shout out, a thank you will help out a lot. Period. No thank yous, no Christmas cards, no nothing. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now niggas seen, huh? Yeah. I'm looking for light fixtures and shit like that. I don't get it. I don't really get it, bro. Moral of the story is you're stealing, and all you got to do is give niggas a shout out. That's it. That's it, man. Niggas don't even give niggas shout out no more, man.
See, it's crazy because I remember when that aired, like literally my old classmates were sending me that because at that time, nobody, the clip of It Is What It Is on NBA Today.
Yeah.
Yeah, my classmates and stuff were sending to me from school because at that point in time, Dame wasn't taking any interviews. This was the only show to take that interview. And so they needed that content, which, like you said, granted, yeah, this is right behind us, so people knew what it was, and people know what y'all are doing already. Mm-hmm. But damn, no credit, no nothing. Like, and I understand fair use, but like, nah, y'all can't not say this is from this show. That's the first thing. Second thing, you did say, I know y'all said Adam Silver stealing. Y'all said y'all account for a percentage of the people that be stealing. You don't got a percent.
We wasn't expecting $1 billion brand.
That changes things. Yeah. Can't charge that shit again.
Yeah, man.
Need that.
But you know, back to what you was just saying, my problem with shit like that is this. I don't mind. Of course it looks good for the show.
Yeah.
That we're on NBA TV. Take all our shit and use it. I have no problem when we have guests up here. You know, niggas fuck with us. It's all good. But when you just shout out all the other shows you get it from, and be like, yo, shout out to the so-and-so podcast, shout out to Podcast P, shout out to this one. And then just blatantly ignore and don't say, well, this footage is from so-and-so. It's like, yo, bro, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting a shout out, but when you do it for everybody else and don't do it to us, it's mad obvious. It's crazy obvious. It's wild, man. It's wild.
Right. Okay, so last topic before we close. So Bill Belichick, he's in some little things right now. So apparently UNC personnel is worried that Jordan Hudson's influence on Belichick could become a problem. So Jordan Hudson is 73-year-old Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend. So Belichick and Hudson had a recent appearance in a CBS Mornings interview, and it's apparently not sitting well with UNC. One of the questions asked was how they met. She actually interrupted the interview and responded saying that they would not be talking about that. It was also revealed earlier in the year, Belichick asked UNC staffers to copy his girlfriend on certain emails, specifically those regarding social media and web content. Mase, do you understand this growing concern from UNC? How do you feel about it? And then just the interactions that he's been having.
How old is Belichick again?
He is 73 and she's 24.
72.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about this. Killa is on you.
Well, what he should have did was start like this. That's his assistant. If she's handling the social media, the web content, everything like that, I don't know how internet or technology savvy Bill Belichick is.
Yeah.
So if that's his assistant / girlfriend, you should have just started with the assistant shit, because I don't know how to work Twitter, or I don't know how to work Instagram. You can start there. He's 76. Not saying he don't, but you know, a lot of people younger than him don't know how to bust the moves with all that social media and technology and so forth. So if she's doing that, that's fine. That's first and foremost. Secondly, the problem with this, when Stats actually showed me the footage, it looked too much like she had too much say. When they were in the interview, she was sitting off to the side, and when they asked, doing something on the computer, it looked like, but when they asked him a question, she just jumped up and said, "We're not talking about that." She's not even in the one-on-one interview. She's over there. We're not talking about that. Then she keeps getting up this, that, and the third, coming in the interview, so on and so forth. So when you go back to UNC, it's a couple things. Think about this. You know, especially with athletes today, when they're playing 9, 10, 11 years in college. She's the same age as these niggas in college, maybe younger than a nigga who got 9 years in Miami or wherever other schools that niggas got fucking 7, 8 years. They're 29, 28, 29, 37 to be still playing in college. So she's the same age or younger or a little bit older than these people. And the way it looked like she just had too much leverage on Bill Belichick. Mase, and I'm gonna ask you a question, Mase, because I want to finish what I'm trying to say. Not your wife.
Yeah.
Prior to you being married, you're doing an interview and a female that you're dating says, yo, Mase ain't gonna answer that. What are you doing? She's sitting over there too.
That would never happen. That would never happen.
I'm just saying, let's just say it's a surprise. You're like, excuse me, Mase, I don't think you should answer that.
She don't answer them questions for me.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, my face would have been like, bitch. Yo, matter of fact, get out the room. Nigga, you from the CNBC, what is it, NBC?
Yes.
Yeah, come on.
Or CBS, yeah.
Yeah, CBS, what are you doing? What the fuck are we doing? Secondly, now you're jeopardizing my job that I have coming up. Let's think about this. Bill Belichick did not want to go to college to coach. He wanted to go back to the NFL. Then the NFL like, yo, come on, we can't take Bill. Not because he doesn't have experience, not because he doesn't know what he's doing, because he's too successful, and he probably is a bit of an asshole, pause to some players. We see how he treated a Wes Welker. We definitely see how he treated Tom Brady on the outro. And they may not need that with a younger regime. Bill Belichick did not want to go back to college to play. Now you got niggas who may be saying, and I don't know this for a fact, you may got people at the university being like, yo, you sure we want Bill? Bill kind of hard-headed and all that, man. You know what I'm saying, nigga? He already talking about the parking spots. He want the Spike Lee elevator. He want to go there. Like, he may be making these demands. And niggas may have been like, I don't know if it's the right choice. I'm not saying that happened, but if now you got the university questioning him about an interview where, to me, when I seen it, it wasn't nothing crazy. She did step in places she shouldn't have stepped in at, but it wasn't nothing where the job should be like, hey, yo, matter of fact, let me talk to you. What kind of influence do she got? If we gonna say run the bubble screen, is she gonna say throw a Hail Mary? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is the type of shit that niggas is gonna be like, what is going on? How much influence you got over you? Because that's what it looked like in that clip that I see. It looked like she had a lot of influence to where if she tells him we're not doing this, it looked like he ain't doing it.
So even to add to that really quick, they had a spring game practice. She was in a blue trench coat next to him on the sideline while he's coaching the players. Like, I have to actually show y'all the picture because she was up there on the field next to him. Yeah, so like I think that's why now seeing that interview, in addition to like her being at the practice field.
To her defense, she might have his medicine, you know?
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know all that's going
That's fine,
on.
but you can have his medicine and sit somewhere else.
Yeah,
you don't
listen,
gotta stand
Murder.
right next
Not
to
if you
him on
need
the
it.
thing.
No, I'm keeping 100, Murph. If you guys stand next to him for medicine, you can't do the job.
That too.
Like, no disrespect, but because, and I'm not gonna go crazy about that because it's a spring game, so they'll use that to leverage. But we better not see it down there during the season. We don't see nobody wife or girlfriend on the sideline during the season unless it's time when the game is over and they down there celebrating with niggas. Look, what I will say this is what I will say. She ain't charging $25,000 a cheek, as far as I know. As far as I know. And yeah, unless we not talking about it, it may be $25,000 a cheek. At least she ain't putting it out there right now. So I'll give him credit for that.
You remember Bill Belichick was leaving the apartment complex with his shirt off?
Yeah, I remember.
This might be it.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, Bill, like I'm active, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Yeah, Bill active. You listen. I can't do a 50-year discrepancy.
Still active.
Yeah. Listen, man. I ain't doing a 50-year discrepancy, but at the end of the day, I don't know if it's that old, but older niggas is in. I don't know 76, 24 old. But I keep kicking 20-year-old, 25-year-olds out my DMs, man. Like, yo, no, shorty. I'll fuck your life up. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real, man. This is not what you want to do, man. I'm telling you, man. I play a lot of mind games. I'm not consistent. I don't call, you call, I text. Like, yo, I'm telling you, you're not mentally ready for this, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not really mentally ready for the shit I put you through. And I'm being nice about it. Bitch say, fuck my life up, Killa Gag. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna respect it. Nah. That's my opinion. Oh shit.
Well, good luck to Bill. They done made their relationship public. They're doing yoga and she's pretending to be a mermaid. He's a fisherman. He's happy. Just don't let it get in the way of the job.
I'm in a role play.
Bill the fisherman, she a mermaid.
Yeah.
Bill going, wow.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
Yeah. I'm into that role play. I'm into that.
Clearly Bill is too.
I'm into that role play. I had a kitten once. I put the bowl down with the milk in it. I'm into that. Because you know, I definitely. I put the bowl down with the milk in it. She was looking. Shout out to one of my partners, Romantic Depot. You know, they buy the horsepower. If you're in the new tri-state area, you need to go to Romantic Depot. But you know, kitten is, and then they got two different ones. They got the thong with the tail, or they got the butt plug with the tail. And not to get to your mom, but yeah, I did a kitten, and it was fun, man. She was a kitten that night. She came back next time, murder with the pig nose. I said, hold on, I got her. I said, hold on now. I said, yo. I said, hold on. Let me. I said, I gotta work my way into this one. Because I ain't really one of them farm niggas.
Yeah.
For real. Last thing about that, one time a girl confused me, man. Same girl, shout out to Suge too. Girl confused us because girl told me, she said, yeah, I'm your dirty teacher. And I'm like, okay, I'm in class, I'm a student. No, then 3 minutes later, she said, I want to take your temperature. I'm like, okay, we in the doctor's office now. Okay, I was in class, now I'm in the doctor's office. She was about 17. Yeah, she was a teacher. And then she was a doctor. Then after that, she talking about she is a cheerleader. It was mad shit in a small gap. I said, we gotta stay focused one session, one thing at a session, per session. Because my mind can't be that fast to go from. Anyway, I feel Bill on. I ain't never do mermaid. Yeah. Mermaid, wow.
Bill say fisherman.
Yeah, Bill says the fisherman.
Oh, man.
I have nothing else to say. Shout out to Bill. That's all the time that we have for today.
Shout out to Bill.
Thank y'all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
Yeah. Shout out to Bill. Mermaid crazy.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.